who represents Kamala Prasad Bissessa in every way. A lady who works night and day. A lady who is going to bring Trinidad and Tobago good governance. A lady, a deputy political leader. Stand and welcome the Honorable Jearlean, 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 Jearlean.
Senator Damian Lyder and Anil Roberts. For sure I can't, I don't have the voice to scream like that. When I heard Senator Roberts ask Senator Lyder to have a few short words, I told Senator Naked, I said, boy, let me go, this is midnight story. Senator Lyder is definitely not the definition of short. He's talking about his height. So thank you very much. I know you've been here for quite a while, and we have had many great speakers, and I thank you so much for coming out. St. Joseph, after the Hokita Talpari, you're the best team. After, all right? I want to thank you. A great team, Senator Roberts, and I know that coming out of this, we are really going to take this momentum onto the streets of Trinidad and Tobago. And I know when the election bell is rung, the next time St. Joseph will be in the UNC column. I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt about it. It is not a joke that Anil Roberts worked very hard. And he has the best heart. That is what he hides. That he has the best heart. You understand? He's a softie. Hey man, that David Naki to display that he's bad to the bone. When he says love in the house, he really means it. So I really want to thank you. I know we were talking a little bit on our good, brilliant MP Rambali and Saddam Hussein. Jayanti has left because she has to go down to San Fernando. You know, they spoke about this bail bill. Now, the bail bill was not only a piece of legislation, you know. This bail bill is about people's lives. And anytime you are going to affect people's lives in a negative way, Kamala Prasad Bissessa will be in the gap. She doesn't make joke with that. And what MP Rambali said about her commanding us to get into the headquarters on Sunday at 3 p.m. On Sunday at 3 p.m. Let us go and caucus to ensure we are ready for them on Monday. And I must say how fond we are and how grateful we are to Senator Wade Mark. He is phenomenal. He is the baddest, fiercest politician that I know. He gives no quarters acts and none given. So we strategized, and we knew just where we had to go. And on Monday, we did what we had to do. And we cornered them, because we're talking about people's lives. We're talking about the black boys from Duncan Street. We're talking about them from George Street. We're talking about C. Lots and Beetham. We're talking about Helyard and right here in St. Joseph. Wherever there are black youths, that is what that bail bill is about, because their life doesn't matter. And I can tell you from personal experience, I was never in trouble, but at 22 years old, I had my daughter. And they looked at me in the hospital. I fit the demographic, a poor, a black, a picky head. And the nurses told me, not because they wanted to be unkind, they say, I said, I will never come back here. They said, no, we're going to see you here in 9 months. I never went back. No, they were not being unkind. I fit the demographic. You understand? I mean, that little girl today is an attorney at law. And when I took her to Barbados for her second year of law school, I stood in the same line with Minister Camille Robinson-Regis and Mrs. Rowley, because their daughters also were in law school second. And I was happy for them. You understand? Because black people are not short on ambition our ability. What they need is an opportunity. And when one Mr. Baslio Pandey saw me and knew that I worked hard, I wasn't in politics. I didn't like politics, you know. I just liked the technical part of work. And he gave me an opportunity. He put me on one board. He thought nobody could outwork me, by the way. And he'll just pretend. Tell me, darling, yeah? If I tell him that he's harassing me the whole time, look how you both me. You understand? So, nobody's a real hard worker. There's no doubt about it. I went on another board. And then I was appointed the CEO of a large state corporation at 35 years old. Why that happened? Because Baslio Pandey gave me an opportunity. These people need opportunities. They don't need more jail. They need more opportunities. When somebody said you're going to be back here because you fit a profile, I could have been back there, but I decided to work hard. So I'm saying, I want to thank my colleague senators and MPs Saddam Hussein and Rambali and whomever, who were there to help us to ensure that we were ready. Because when we knew we had them cornered on Monday evening, we knew that. And when I saw the newspaper report very early in the morning, I saw where a particular senator had said, what changed with the opposition? Now I called Senator Mark one time, and I said, let me tell you something. There comes a time when you have to get into trouble. You have to get into good trouble, as the civil rights leader, John Lewis said. And today I'm going to get into good trouble, into necessary trouble. We have to respond to this. Because the question that was asked is, what has changed? And what had changed is that we had given them an opportunity. All right, it had crime. Everybody concerned about this crime. They bully us. There are the people writing all kinds of things. And we said, okay, we're going to give you an opportunity. We give you 3 years, not 3 months, not 3 days, 3 years. And this thing escalating. On Sunday, if you wanted a scorecard on what had happened in this country, you saw it all in the papers on Sunday. Rivers of blood. Young children, I call them children, being shot today. I'm reading where 3 who were shot, the autopsy said they were shot in the back. This is the wild, wild Trinidad West. This is madness. And it's all coming about because the fundamentals are not there. There are no opportunities. There are no jobs. All they want to use is legislation and jail to fix a problem that is a social problem. It's a social problem. How dare you want to spend $25,000 a month to keep a man incarcerated, to feed he, clothe he, justice on time he, that we know not on time. $25,000 a month. Can you imagine what will happen if that man is trained and he's earning a living and he could buy a house, so you have to line up in front of HEC, which, by the way, because Kamla Prasad Bisasa understands this problem so profoundly, and somebody raised it here tonight, I recalled her calling me at the HEC and she said, listen to me. Or everybody who has been living in HEC houses for 30 years or more, give it to them for $100. You tell me what people living in HEC house voting for Kamla Prasad Bisasa. No, we have to talk it. You understand? Let us talk it. Let us put our finger in that wound. Let us show that this woman is worthy. And don't believe the rubbish they talk. They're just jealous. They're jealous of this. I don't know what is wrong with them. They just want to categorize this woman and caricature this woman as if she means nothing. She means everything to us in the UNC. She means everything to us in the UNC. She said give it to them for $100 because they need to have a stake in their country. Who else would have done that but Kamla Prasad Bisasa? I can tell you, when it came to me at HEC and Dr. Munilal, who also had a very good heart and attitude towards these things, that people were living in Beetham for over 30 years. And the houses were government built, but they had no ceilings. So can you imagine that heat coming through the corrugated iron when the day came? In sure you live in, you know about that? And then they were living in this multi-family unit, and they had no firewalls. So anytime a fire could break out, you know the catastrophe? We went in and we fixed 248 units in one go in Beetham, phase 1 to 3. And on phase 4, we did refurbishment work. Who outside in Judges vote for us in Beetham? You think this was to get votes? This is because we believe profoundly that every creed and race must find an equal place. And there must be justice, and there must be equity. Because if there is no justice, there will be no peace. If there is no justice, there will be no peace. St. Joseph, I tell you, if there is no justice, there will be no peace. And they're damn right. Because Stuart Young brother can't get and beat him, get him. Beat him and get him. He can't get and beat him and get him. How can you be in your country and you're a stranger in your country, and when they think you're an embarrassment, they lock you away and they throw away the keys? That cannot be right. And I'm proud of my senatorial colleagues for standing up and fighting. So that is what has changed. That is what has changed. We are not taking any mess from them. If it is us alone, whether the 19 in the lower house or the 6 in the upper house, we are going to fight on behalf of Trinidad and Tobago. We are going to fight. So stay alert, because they must yet finish yet. Here they say it is now what? A public health or public health emergency. So it means they're going to come and slide it in with a simple majority. But we're going to still fight. So tonight I'm very happy to be on the corridor, because this strip of land is important. And it is not progressing with the rest of the country. We are seeing, if so many of our young people are falling by the wayside, we cannot feel good about that. And it is not about putting them in jail and throwing away the key. Very briefly, I can tell you, you probably heard it already. I was at a political meeting such as this. And a young man, a set of young men came in the front. And he came up and he said, I want to talk. He said, I want to change my ways. The group of us want to change. We want jobs, we want opportunity. By the following morning, a fellow by the name of Stuart Young, some people are calling me Small Pin. He used his power and authority of his ministry at the time, Ministry of National Security, and he found the young man's file, and he blasted him. You know why? Black life matter to he. He could discredit him, disparage him, shame him. You understand? He shamed that fellow. He ended up on the front page of every newspaper in this country. That young man. Because they don't believe that there is any redemption. They don't believe that there can be any change. And that is why they embrace the policy of one shot, one kill. Imagine a man, they call him Small Pin, behaving like Rambo, who from all accounts had a big gun. Why are they laughing? You saw the movie, yeah? It's about a movie. But Young and Rowley, poor people are invisible. Black people are invisible. They are subhuman. They deserve the worst. Lock the door and throw away the key. But St. Joseph, we cannot have that. We cannot have that. People deserve a chance. And when Kamla Prasad Bisesa decided that she was going to have HYPE and then, NESC and those programs, it was really, you know what HYPE means? HYPE means helping you prepare for employment. Helping you to prepare for employment. Not helping you prepare for jail. Helping you to prepare for employment. MUSC, the Multi-Sector Skills Training Program. It provides training in construction and the hospitality and tourism sector for citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. NESC, it provides training for you to participate in the energy and construction industry and industrial industry. GATE, government assistance for tuition expenses. UNC just has drawn you in school. And just as I told those guys up at La Hoquita, when they came to me, I said, let me tell you something. You have to go back to school. Because they are coming to me, young men. Miss John, do you know anybody in the New Arima Hospital? I want to be a wardsman. They're telling me that. But a man in Las Lomas, a security guard, I was told he was a security guard. A person, the man told my son want to see you, but he's sleeping. Third occasion, my son want to see you, but he's sleeping. He said my son is up. So I now felt, because the father had been a security guard, I think Senator Robert made the point, I felt the son too was a security guard. That is why he's sleeping in the day. When I look up on this step, if you see this Indian god coming down from this step, right? He's a young boy, so I couldn't watch too hard, but I appreciated what I saw. He had been, I wouldn't call anybody hospital because this is a wicked government. He was up at night operating on people's brain. He's a brain surgeon. That is what UNC is, aspirational. Recently, our godly MP, Rambali, told me, we wanted him to go and do a press conference. He said, I'm not sure, I'm in quarantine out of an abundance of caution and so on. I said, okay, take care of yourself, because this thing is, this thing ain't easy, this COVID thing, you understand, it could take you down. He said, don't worry, Senator. My brother is a medical doctor and so is his wife. That is UNC. Me, I said they are UNC, but I'm saying that is who we are. We are aspirational people. We work hard. We are not all doctors and lawyers and what have you. We are plumbers to an electrician and we're called mechanics, but we work hard. That is what we do. Just as Councillor Sima, her daughter was going to SAG, she's now at university. I don't know if Balmati is here. I remember Councillor Balmati, her daughter is also at SAGS. No, I know you say they should have go to Lakshmi girls, but it's all right. My daughter is a SAGS girl too. You understand? That is who we are. It doesn't matter where we come from. With hard work, we set a vision for ourselves and our families, which will filter into the communities, because strong families make strong communities, which make a strong nation. You can't put everybody in jail. Jail is solving nothing. Jail is solving nothing. Today you'd have seen, just like me last night, I was looking at the drama unfolding in England. We've been looking at it since December, what have you, because they want to pin a man for lying. This is the Prime Minister of Britain, one of the largest economies in the world, 50 million people. Yesterday, the cabinet decided we fed up with this man. Not the people, the people that burn no tire, The cabinet, the whole cabinet. You know about rats fleeing a sinking ship. In this case, it was the sinking ship fleeing the rats in England. That is what happened in England. The sinking ship flee from the rats. That will not happen here, because Rowley has normalized lying. To Rowley, lie is his superpower. And we must use truth as his kryptonite to get him down from there. He has normalized lying. But tonight, Boris Johnson got to move out of number 10 Downing because he's a liar. Or so they say in England. No, I say. Them say so. But we have one here, and he is celebrated because he believes that is his superpower. And he lies about little things. He lies about big things. He lies when he ain't even not to lie. He just lies. They don't care. And as Mr. Manning, the one he said he went to Lekito for, said, show me a liar and I will show you a thief. So, I know we have had a long evening, and I don't want to make it any longer. I just want to close with the words of one of the guys, Sajid Javid. He was the Minister of Health, the Secretary for Health in England, who had resigned. Two of them, two big hefe just resigned. The one in charge of the Treasury and so on, and this other guy resigned. He said in his letter to Boris Johnson, he said, amongst other things, he said, so it is with enormous regret that I must tell you that I can no longer in good conscience continue serving in this government. I am instinctively a team player, but the British people also rightly expect integrity from their government. The tone you set as a leader and the values you represent reflect on your colleagues, your party, and ultimately the country. So if the country is a mess, we have a mess for a leader, and he must go. We must not tolerate this. We deserve better. We deserve better. We deserve better. St. Joseph, it is such a privilege to be here. My beloved Senator Roberts, I thank you so much again for inviting me here. I wish you all the best, and I'll be working with you. No, we have to throw in. MP Saddam said it today, where he said from Sanwa Barataria, we come into St. Joseph, up the road to Tunapuna. It must be one mighty chain to pull them down from there. to pull them down from there. I thank you so much.